me? First, test. Can you hear me? If you can't hear me, please let me know. Although if you can't hear this, then you can't let me know that you can't hear me. So it's kind of a conundrum here. Welcome. Let's see who's here. I'm just going to go through the chat. Please, somebody tell me you can hear me. Tell me you can hear me fine. I'm using my headphones. Yes, good. Yes, okay, great. I was worried about that. All right. Let me just check some of the chat really quick. Yes, I see a few people were waiting and are here already, which is great. Welcome. Aicha, you were first. 안녕하세요. Welcome. Sue, Mena, I'm just reading some of your messages. Army Moa Blink, Zozo, Gianna. Hey, Gianna. Sujin. And let's see. Sujin, welcome. Pangtang, BTS. Okay, I was like trying to read the romanization there. A person, welcome to a person. Can't have enough general people around. Thomas, Smalian, JMT, Megan, Sanae. Okay, now it's coming up too fast. I can't read everyone's name, so I have to scroll down. Sorry, but I'm reading everyone's welcome. Can anyone guess where I am right now, actually? This is a very a famous place in Korea. Kind of. Depends where you're from in Korea. You might or might not think this place is easy to recognize, but I think most people would know where this place is. Yes, and actually it is it's kind of rainy weather today. So if you suddenly see me, yes, someone guessed it. Suwon, that's right. I am in Suwon. Originally, I was planning to go actually to a different place for today, up in Seoul. Unfortunately, because of the weather, it's a bit unpredictable. I didn't want to make a 2-hour bus ride to Seoul only to find out that I can't do a live stream there because, you know, it would be too rainy. So I decided let's just do someplace closer to where I already am, and that still looks nice. And that way, if it starts raining, right now it just kind of stopped. If it starts raining again, at least I can kind of, you know, walk around the area and find somewhere else. Welcome. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming to the live stream. I'll do this for about just an hour, so feel free to ask if you have any questions. I am in Korea, obviously. I am actually specifically at Suwon Haengung. You can search it on the internet, or you can just search Suwon. You'll find this place. It's like, you know, top tourist destination. I actually even made a video standing right here. I think back in 2014, I did a video from here. So it's I've been here a lot. I know this area really well. Actually, I don't live close to here though, but my apartment is about 30 minutes away from here, so it's fairly close. It's reasonable. There actually is, let me show you the other view too. If you're wondering what the other side of this all looks like, this is it's like a big area of, right now it's just nothing, but it's really cool. And when it's busy on other days, such as when it's not raining, this will have lots of people in it. Over there, you can see like a cool, like a bell, and there are cars passing by there all the time. The buses pass by on that main street. So if you drive around here, you will pass by this area. Definitely, if you're in Suwon, you'll pass by here. Aaron, hey, thank you, Aaron, for the keep it up, the exercising guy. I am not exercising today. It's actually quite hot, believe it or not. When, I don't know if you already know this, but when Korea is, oh, hold on, let me do your dabs first, and then I'll explain to Aaron. I can't believe I'm dabbing at a historical place in Korea. In Korea, during the summertime, typically around June, July-ish, this year it seems to be kind of forever, there's what's known as 장마, which is the rainy season. And during rainy season, it doesn't really cool down very much, only like a few degrees. So it's pretty much like it's warm. Like right now, it's fairly warm, plus humidity. So it's like 100% humidity, plus it gets warm. So it's not the most pleasurable type of rain, but yeah, I mean, you deal with what you get. Let's see here. All right. How can I find interest in learning Korean? But I'm not sure what you mean. Is the visa easy to get? I still had to do quarantine when I came to Korea. So if you're interested in coming to Korea, you still have to do the quarantine. Now, I think it's not the best time for doing like regular tourist traveling to Korea, unless you have a specific reason. Like for me, I wanted to come here specifically for visiting family, as well as you know, helping my kid with his Korean, as well as filming collab videos and such. But I think if you're just trying to look for a kind of just tour around Korea and do lots of different things, now is still not the best time to do that. But if you do, there is still the quarantine for 2 weeks, I believe. Hey, Stitch. Muris Cat says, I live in Suwon as well. Nearby is the, I think you mean 팔달문. 팔. Yeah. 팔달문 is right over here. It's like I could literally walk, I could grab my camera and we could walk down there in like 15 minutes. Seriously, during this stream. It's like right there. That's like the bus stop right before here. Like 2 bus stops right before here was the 팔달문 시장. Okay. I'm just reading, trying to read through all your comments really quick. Again, if you've just arrived, we are at Haenggung. So if you search Suwon, you'll see Haenggung. It's a popular place here. It's really pretty. I mean, if you could go inside, I actually don't know if we can go inside. A lot of places are actually closed on Mondays, like what do you call it? Like these sorts of traditional places often take Monday for their day to close. I don't know if this place is as well, but another place I was trying to go to originally today was closed today. So it's possible this is closed. Although I see the doors are open. I don't know, maybe we should try to get in there. If it looks like it might be open, but then again, I don't know. Maybe we can, I'll see. If it's open, we're gonna go in there before we finish the live stream. We're going in there. I also saw something really cool up here. Look at that. What's that? Like some giant golden Buddhist statue or something up on the hill. $500 donation and I will hike up there and take a picture. What's the history of Suwon? It's a very good question. Originally I wanted to go to the Suwon cultural, so there's like a cultural center in Suwon, and it's actually just like 10 minutes from here walking. And I know because I walked from there today. I was originally going to film there. Unfortunately, there wasn't really much I would be able to show you there because the main building was closed on Monday. So I had to change my plans, and I knew this place also is I wanted to come here too. This place is pretty cool. So yeah, I want to show you someday a little bit more about Suwon's culture. Stitch says, tell them you are a 착한 남자. 아, 착한 남자라니까 봐달라고. 그냥 들어오게 해달라고. 어? 될까? 과연 그게 될까? 될 리가 없잖아. Daviel says, Billy, you come into my live stream, you spelled my name wrong. I can't believe it. No. Probably just a typo. Thank you for teaching me the basics of Korean. You're welcome. Thank you for using my videos. Mega asks, what visa? Right now, you would have to apply for it. So I can't tell you because it'll depend on your country. Every country has different rules. So you would have to check for your country, visa, a tourist visa rules Korea. Something like that. You can Google to find it. It'll be different depending on where you are. Korean sounds so cool spoken. I agree. I do think Korean sounds really cool. That's why I still am learning it. I happen to like Korean. Believe it or not, this guy who teaches Korean on YouTube happens to like the Korean language. Go figure. Someone says, what is alien card? That's just the card you get that allows you to live in Korea. I also have one of those too. Well, I have a regular visa, so I can visit here, basically. I guess that's what I wanted to say. Let's see. Where do you live in Korea? I live in Suwon, right here. My bed's just like behind in that building right there. I sleep right over there. There's the bathroom. I took a shower over there, outside. No, I do live in Suwon though, not right here, but it's not too far. Ah, Korean Dream with Jay. Hey, 라이브 중이시대네. 아, 안녕하세요. 좋은 아침입니다. Every time I do live streams, many people don't consider the time difference between Korea and whatever other country. So in US right now, I believe it's probably like 6:30 or something like that p.m. I'm not sure, maybe 7-ish, but it depends where you are. But in Korea right now, it is just a little past 10:30 a.m. So in order to do the live streams, I always have to set my alarm really early, get dressed, take the bus, sometimes go. The last time I think it was almost 2 hours to get to Suwon, where I did the live stream from last time. Today, though, was a little bit shorter. It was about 45 minutes to get here with traffic. 9:39 p.m. Nice. In California, it's 6:40. Okay, yeah, I figured it's like 6:40-ish in California. That's where I'm originally from, Los Angeles. Everyone's like arguing. No, it's this time in my country. No, you're wrong. It's this time in my country. Like, okay, you're never going to be right. You know what? Right now it is 10:40 a.m. That's the answer. Everywhere in the world right now is 10:40 a.m. Giada asks, how often do you do live streaming? I do live streaming in the US. I try to do it most weeks, almost every week. In Korea, though, I've only been able to do it once every 3 weeks. So this is my third and final live stream from Korea. And hey, Nikki, welcome. I just saw Nikki came in, one of my moderators. I don't know if any of the other moderators are in here yet. I see Nikki's the first one I noticed, though. Let's see. Well, by the time I type the timeout, it's changed already. That's a very deep mathematical thing to think about. How can you measure time? As soon as you measure it, the time has changed. So you can never truly express what time it is at the current moment. Something to think about. How is your son doing on his Korean? Does he prefer Korean or English? Oh yeah, I'm going to be making a video about that in the future. Not right now. I'm actually waiting another year or so, because I made a video 2 years ago talking with Hyunwoo about how to raise a kid to be bilingual. And in that video, I talked about all of the things that I was going to do and I was doing with my kid. And Hyunwoo talked about the things he was doing with his kid. So I'm going to make an update to that where I talk about what things worked the best. And so far, everything's been working great. My kid speaks both English and Korean. Good. He sounds very Korean. And he also sounds like, a 5-year-old kid when he speaks English. So I'll do an update to that. Although I did actually film a video with my son 2 or 3 weeks, I think about 3 weeks ago. We filmed a video in Korea together. That's our first time, just me and him filming a video. And I'll upload that sometime after I get back to the States. So you can look forward to that. Me and him, it's all in Korean, me speaking Korean with my kid. And you'll see when that gets uploaded. I don't want to spoil it. Do you listen to Day 6? I don't listen to them, but I've probably heard their music before. I'm familiar with a lot of K-pop. Okay, everyone, welcome. If you're just coming in, let me move out of here for the way. I can show you where I am again. Before the stream finishes today sometime, I'm going to go inside of there. That's my goal. Definitely, we're going to go inside. Unless it's closed and they tell me it's closed, I'll go out. But we're going to try to see if we can look inside there. Someone asks, how is the weather now? It is rainy weather, but the rain just stopped, so I'm not sure if it will start again. Someone asked, is this like a place for Chosun officials? Right now it's a place for tourists. Originally, I actually can't remember what this place was for. I'm sure there's a picture that has like information of what it was for. But considering it's a palace, yeah, you can make that assumption. Shin-kun, yeah. So I guess so. Let's see. Hannah asks, out of curiosity, when you pronounce beginner, you almost sound like beginner. Is that a specific accent? I don't even notice. If I say beginner and beginner, it doesn't really feel too different to me. I'm from Los Angeles originally, but it could just be me. Okay. Leah asks, I'm learning, or says, I haven't checked the comment yet. I'm learning Korean first year. I still get so shy speaking. How did you get over that? Oh, it was a question. How did you get over being shy in Korean? You have, because I'm also normally I have like a little bit of anxiety, so I got over it by having to do it a lot. You get there's a lot of factors to that. I actually don't really want to just answer it quickly here because I made a full video about how to get over anxiety and how to deal with anxiety in Korean. But one of the things that can help is doing more, not necessarily more of what you don't like, but trying to do more speaking. Whether it doesn't have to be public speaking, right? You're not training to be to give speeches, but more speaking any way you can to get more comfortable with the concept of the idea of speaking Korean in the first place. And then that will help you get more comfortable when you're in other situations, you know, meeting new people or having to talk in front of a group of people. So, and for me also, in addition to that, I'm also originally camera shy. So it's kind of combined with, you know, getting used to speaking on camera in Korean and with other people. So there's a lot of little factors to it. Sundari says, I bought your book and it was amazing. Can you send me your email so I can personally ask my questions? I don't do free tutoring, I guess, if that's what you're looking for. Like, can you send me like a ton of questions every day and I'll reply? I have to film videos. I apologize. But you're free to make comments on YouTube if you have questions. And either I or someone else will reply. Or even better, join my Discord channel. There's a link in the description. And you can ask questions 24/7 to me, other Korean learners. There are lots of people there that can help. And I also, of course, hang out there as well sometimes. That's probably your best option if you have general questions, is joining the Discord. 수원 오늘 비 올 확률이 60%네. Yeah, but 네, 그걸 잘 믿을 수도 없니. 그러니까 it's always wrong. I feel like it'll say it's not raining and then it'll suddenly rain. And then it'll say like today is 80% and then it doesn't rain at all. Like I can never really trust it, but 60% probably is accurate for today. It feels like it's gonna rain, but then now I feel like the sun coming out a little bit. So we'll see. Nikki, it might not be working. I don't know. But it's in the description for the video description in case there's a problem. 날이 점점 흐려지는 것 같아. 비 오려나? 왔었어. 나 처음 왔을 때 오고 있었는데. How long did it take? Oh, someone asked, can you speak Spanish? No hablo español. Let's see. Suwon, makol. It's not, the spelling's different, but I understand what you're saying. How long did it take for you to learn Korean? I've been learning Korean now for 16 years. 믿을 수가 없네. Yeah, you can't believe it. Okay, I'm just checking the other comments here really quick. Oh, wow. I should do, since I'm in Suwon, since I'm at this famous place, I think it would be appropriate that I do more dabbing for every time I get a donation for today. Oh, thanks, Nikki. Okay. If that's the Discord that Nikki just posted, check that out. That's where I am in a lot of times. I'm there. Less so while I'm in Korea, but when I'm in the States, I'm there like, you know, all day pretty much. I have it open in my computer. And that's where you can go to ask questions, hang out with other learners, and feel free to be as active or inactive as you'd like there. A lot of people just hang out, you know, have it in the background. Many people are actively, you know, asking questions frequently or helping others. So yeah, it's just kind of like a hangout place for learning Korean. It's pretty active, I'd say. Let's see. Someone asks, can you talk with Saruti? I think you mean Saturi. Unless there's another dialect called Saruti, I'm not familiar with. That there's no such thing as a Saturi accent. Saturi itself means dialect. So that would be like asking if you can talk with a dialect accent. So there are different dialects depending on where you're from. So there are different dialects all over Korea. There are dialects of Korean outside of Korea, believe it or not. There are Korean dialects within, for example, some areas of China, some areas of Russia. There are Korean dialects there, you know. You could go as far as saying there's even a dialect within the Los Angeles Korean communities, you know, like that. There's different, the way people speak is their Saturi, is their dialect. So just like I speak differently from Los Angeles. Amanda, oh my goodness, maybe that was a, that's a really big donation. Now I have to do 25 dabs in a row in front of this historical building. Okay, well, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna take out my microphone, so I'm going to be a little bit quieter. Here we go. Got 25 dabs in front of the historical Hankung today. Oh my gosh. It's it's very embarrassing. There's not very many people here, but there's some people like, like people older than like 40, 50 that are just like staring. Like you saw the guy just ride behind his bicycle. He's just like staring at me. Like, what are you doing? Like probably thinking, Suwon, yeah. Yeah, the 아저씨 on a bike. I can imagine his thoughts. 쟤 뭐 하는 거야? 춤춰? 놀고 있네. 놀고 있어. That was great. Who cares what anybody thinks? That's the right attitude to have. Yes, you're right. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Make a fool of myself. I'm not hurting anyone. Just stabbing. 얼굴 빨개짐. Yeah. Jisoo asks, North or South Korea? Take a guess. What do you think? How often do you travel to Korea? I'm in Korea pretty often, I would say. At least a fourth of every year. But I'm trying to do even more now. So my goal is I'd like to be in Korea for 1/3 of every year. And I kind of come 2 or 3 times a year. You don't need permission to dance. That's right. You can dance if you want to. You can even leave your friends behind. If your friends don't dance, well then, they're no friends of mine. So do you have a house in Korea? Yes, I do have a place I can stay. Let's see. Just reading your comments here. Don't worry. If I'm ever like staring at the screen and I'm not saying anything, I'm reading what you guys are writing. All of you are writing. Not just guys, but girls too. Do you have any tips on memorizing Korean words? The best way to memorize Korean vocabulary, although there are many ways to learn it for tests, which are different. If you just want to learn a large amount of vocabulary, there are many methods for that. The best way to learn it for yourself, for using it, ultimately, should be being able to use it in a sentence. So if someone says a word, immediately repeating that word back to them in a sentence. So if someone, I just saw the donation. Oh no, another one. Oh no. Gianna, you just gave another $20 donation, permission to dance, and then I was worried about 20 more dabs, and then Tanya adds on to that 10 more dabs. So now we're up to 30 more dabs right now. Okay. Excuse me for a little bit. I gotta make sure there's nobody here. No, please. There's some guy standing though back behind me in the gate. You can't really see like right here. There's like a guy standing right there. I think he's like taking photos or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we got to do 30 dabs. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take off my bag. It's getting a little. Actually, let me just move it over here. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. 30 dabs. Okay, there's 207 people right here. I hope there's at least 207 people when I finish my dabs. Please don't leave. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Oh my goodness, those 2 people, the person I told you that was in the gate, the doorway there, they got like cameras. They're like taking pictures of something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, so embarrassing. Doesn't matter if there's like 5 people or 10 people, it's embarrassing. And then we find out they're actually watching my stream right behind me, and he's like laughing or something. Okay. If anyone wondering where I am at Haenggung. If you search Suwon Palace, you'll find this as one of the options. So yeah, you can check it out. Oh man, God, hold on, I need to catch my breath. Dabs are legitimate exercise, Oh, and great, we didn't lose any viewers. I was worried about that everyone would leave. It would be like 200, it was 207 people before I started dabbing. I was worried it would be like 7 after I finished. I'm like, all right, guys, we're all done. How was that? And everyone like left. Yeah, we gained a few viewers, which is great. Maybe they saw the thumbnail that was me dabbing and they're like, oh, I gotta see this. Okay, let's get back to some comments. Unanimously, unanimously anonymous. That's difficult to read. What do you do for work to be able to spend so much time in Korea? Is it all from teaching? Yes, this is my full-time job. Kind of. It's been my full-time job since way before I could even make a living from it. YouTube I still don't really make very much money through YouTube, so I rely a lot on book sales from my books, as well as donations and memberships, things like that. So all together allows me to do this for my work, but I have to grow much more to keep doing this for a long time. But anyone wondering, is this like, my job or anything? Yes, it is. And I think it's actually been like, I've considered it like, yeah, it's really a job since at least 2018. 그래서 여기서 사진을 찍으려고 하시는 거예요? 제가 조금 네. Yeah, they're trying to take photos. I don't want to block their beautiful view, unless they want me to dab in front of their photos. We got a different background for a little bit. Let me just change it back here. There we go. Someone asked, what is the best thing about living in Korea? It's being in Korea. I can't really tell you anything else. There's lots of pros to it. Maybe someday I'll make a video about that. But yeah, there are lots of good things about being here. How can you say pa more confidently? You have to eat lots of pa. Just more air. More air in your pronunciation will help you to pronounce those sorts of strong sounds better. So you have like the regular sound pa, so you add a lot more air to it. Pa, pa. Same with ka, like that. Aje gig? Did I make an aje gig? I don't even know. I don't even know if I made an aje. They're just so like this natural. I didn't even know if I made an aje. Oh, I guess you're talking about the pa. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I guess they finished. I guess they're already leaving. So you can go back over here. I didn't want to block them if they're trying to take a photo. Okay, now we're back. Eat pa to be get. You know what they say? They say if you eat lots of kimchi, you'll speak Korean better. So eat lots of pa, and you'll be able to pronounce better, I guess. Either that, or your girlfriend will leave you, or boyfriend, because you have terrible breath. But welcome. Okay, now we're back. Let's see. Big asks, do we actually have to know all the ways to say because? I know what you're thinking. There are so many ways to say because, but I'm going to tell you something. There are a lot more ways than you're thinking. I promise you there are more common ways to say because than what you're thinking. Even if you think, oh, Billy, I saw like 7, there are more. Because a lot of the grammar forms might translate in English differently, but they might have the literal meaning of because. The answer to your question is yes, but there's a good side to that. You don't need to learn them as because. That would waste your time to learn that this means because, this means because, this means because, this means because. That won't be productive because they don't all mean because in English. They translate completely differently. There are only 2, I think, that would really always translate as because. Like when you're thinking like, how can I say because? Like generally. The other ones will come when you start learning intermediate grammar, and you'll want to express different sorts of meanings. But even though they can translate in English as because, their meanings are all different. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about learning this one's because, this one's because. Don't do that. You'll never learn it that way. Instead, simply learn, oh, today I'm learning this form. And this form is used in this situation. Literally, it can translate as because, but it doesn't mean that. You can say, oh, it's all used in this sort of situation. So learn it like that. Don't learn it that This means because, but it's fancy. This means because, but it's not fancy. This means because. Like, don't learn it like that. Just learn how it's actually used, and don't focus so much on the English translation, because once you get into intermediate level, a lot of Korean grammar that you're going to be doing is not going to be able to translate literally into English anyway. And if you're trying to translate everything literally into English, you're not going to go any farther than beginner level. It doesn't happen, because English is not related to Korean. So if you want to express something like, what are you doing? Even something so simple, you're not going to translate as literally what, you, 당신, what you doing? You're not going to say 하고 있어요. Like, you're not going to translate literally like that anyway. So it's best to not think of things in terms of English. Instead, think of things in terms of how are they used? What do they what do they mean literally, but not so much as the English, just literally what does it mean? And how is it used? That'll be a lot better for you. When you get to the intermediate level, you'll be able to do that. Sanai asks, have you met some idols there? No comment. No comment. Was it a culture shock for you when you first started going to Korea from the US? Yeah, there are lots of cultural shock things. A lot of different culture, like, just different styles of how people would behave. Mostly though, just it was a shock having to speak in Korean a lot, I guess. Like, I didn't, hearing Korean around me and not knowing what a lot of it was, even though I had studied it already before I came to Korea. It's like, what are they saying? I have no clue what anyone's saying. And then I didn't even know dialects existed. I had no clue that, the area I was, in Busan, I had no clue that that was different than standard Korean. Okay, what made you want to live in Suwon out of all places in South Korea? That's because Suwon is actually, the specific reason for Suwon is because my wife is originally from here. That's the answer. If I were to recommend where someone would live in Korea, I'd probably recommend Seoul, just because that's where everyone wants to meet anyway. But for living, though, it's not too bad. I think it's much less crowded than being in Seoul. And yes, 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 that's the same guy. Okay, I'm gonna show you something. This is the area I'm in. There's like no one here, right? You don't see anyone here. Like, there's a couple people sitting on the bench. He's riding his bike from like over there. No, actually maybe over there. And just comes directly behind me. Oh, let me put this back. Directly behind me. Like, there is literally a million miles where he could ride his bike other than right here. Oh. Oh man. Oh. Oh. I just lost it. I just couldn't do it. Like, he had no reason to like beeline directly toward my camera just to be in the live. I wonder if he wants to be in the live. I don't know where he is now. There's a different guy riding a bike. That's not him. He's over the guy left. He's like way over there, something. And he's just hanging out. If he wants to be in the live, I'll totally feature him. I'll interview him. Oh wow. Yeah, maybe he's a fan of me. He looked like he's probably like 60 or something. Okay, so apologies. That was like completely interrupted the stream. I just couldn't stop laughing, but I didn't want to laugh out loud because he'd hear me. So yeah, it's because I'm a foreigner and I'm like filming. He's curious probably. Am I filming like a TV show? Am I filming, what's going on? I would be curious too, but I don't know if I'd be curious enough to like walk in front of someone's thing. Okay. Let's see. Someone asked, 전 한국 친구들이 없어요. 연습을 잘 못해요. 그래서 저에게 팁을 줄 수 있습니까? 도와주세요. First of all, nice job with the. Is that Spidero from the from the kids show on your profile, your avatar? Okay. You don't have any Korean friends, you can't practice. You can make Korean friends online. These days, especially if you're a native English speaker, it is so easy to make a Korean friend. I'm not going to even recommend any specific website or app because they're all pretty much the same audience of people. And make Korean friends online. If you make enough Korean friends online, you might be able to find someone you can meet when you actually go to Korea, or maybe even someone who lives in your same country who you can meet. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. And I have made several friends online as well. People who I've met, featured in videos, I actually met online originally. One example, actually I could give you like a lot of examples. A lot of people that have been in my videos, I actually originally met online. So yeah, it's completely feasible. You obviously, if you speak more, the more Korean you speak, the more things you'll be able to do. Like you can meet people who might not have great English if you already speak Korean. So I was able to have friends. I can meet friends who don't even want to speak English. But if you're learning Korean, it'll be harder to do that because you won't be able to communicate if they can't speak English first. But I would say try to meet some Korean friends first who can speak some English and practice Korean with them. And then eventually through that, you'll get better. And then you can meet Koreans who speak less and less English until you are meeting Koreans who simply don't speak any English at all, which is fun too. Okay. Like Sasa. Yes, like Sasa. That's right. Sasa. I don't think she's here right now, but yeah, I met a Twitch streamer, Sasa. We'll do a collab once I go back to the US. And we actually met. Last time was during my live stream. It actually was the first time we ever met. And she crashed my live stream behind me from the tree. And yeah, that was the first time I ever saw her. So, but we met online and she doesn't speak any English, at least not well enough to have a conversation. Yeah, so we met through her Twitch channel actually, and then met in real life. So yeah, it worked out well. Kenzie, hey Kenzie, thank you. I don't know if you know the rules, Kenzie, but every donation I'm doing a dab here. Quite embarrassing. I've already done 60 dabs here, so now I have to do 10 more. But let me read your comment first. Right now, when I listen to Korean, I recognize a lot of words, but not the meaning of sentences. Ah, yes. When did you start to understand full sentences? This is a bribe to answer my question. I thought it was a bribe to answer my question. When? After I had been living in Korea, I think for about 3 months to 4 months, I was able to say most of the basic things I wanted to say. So this was obviously not expressing myself very well. It was things like, 이거 먹고 싶어요. Like very basic, I want to eat this, or 가고 싶지 않아요. Or saying it is 그거 때문이에요. Like it is because of that. I could express anything I wanted to very basically. And probably around that time I was able to understand the gist of basic sentences as well. But it took me a long time before I was able to actually, have a conversation, because having like an actual full conversation requires like a fully intermediate level, at least a fully intermediate level. And for some people that could be as fast as 6 months if you're living in Korea and going to school and interacting with Korean every day. For other people, it could take, year, 2 years if you're not living in Korea and you're not practicing it. So overall, I guess what I want to say, the difference between that, someone living in Korea and not, is how much practice you can get. If you're able to listen to a lot of Korean every day, you listen to podcasts or you watch variety shows or something that just gives you lots of exposure every day, and you're trying to use the Korean that you're learning by yourself or with other people, you're making practice sentences, then it'll be much faster. So anyway, Kenzie, so thank you for the donation. Now let me do, is he the wolf man? I don't know, we'll have to interview him if he's the rumored wolf man. Okay, now I gotta do 10 dabs. 10 dabs for the donation. Hold on a bit. Okay. Oh, it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Oh, it was much easier at the other 2 places I was at because there was nobody there, especially the first live stream I did from Korea this year. It was empty except for like one worker. But here there are actually a fair amount of people walking around with cameras. People just kind of standing around, both young and old. Oh yeah, it's quite embarrassing. I wish I was a billionaire. You just there'd be dabbing until like midnight. Everyone left. There's just one viewer. Is Taegu a good place to live? Yeah, Taegu's fine. I have visited Taegu several times, and it's nice. Yeah, I mean, anywhere in Korea is going to be nice to live. It's all going to have its own pros and cons, whether you're in the countryside or the city. So if you're visiting Korea, I always recommend the best place to visit in Korea, if you're a tourist, is going to be Seoul. 100% Seoul. But if you're living in Korea, that's different. That's a different story. There are pros and cons to where for each place. Most people, you'll find most of your friends likely are going to live in Seoul. Let me just switch my... So if you're planning on, going to lots of concerts or meeting lots of friends, probably being in Seoul is going to be better for that. Like if you want to experience Korea, if you haven't been to Korea before. But if you want more of a quiet life, if you want lower prices, if you want fewer crowds, if you want more open spaces, if you want, more of a nature feel, you want a lot more trees and stuff around you, you don't want as many cars, whatever. There are lots of reasons why you might consider instead living farther from Seoul. And so that would be any other city pretty much. Can you do a video how to type? Yes, I have one. Jisoo, check out my channel. There's a video, has quite a number of views on how to type in Korean. Okay. What about the pollution right now? It has been good. Typically in the summer, it's pretty good. So yeah, and then of course, if it's raining weather as well, it's pretty nice. I think the whole time I've been in Korea, with the exception of the first couple days I was here, it has been nice weather. I haven't had to worry about any sort of like dust or anything. And you don't actually have to worry about it either. You simply have to, you just wear a mask if it's bad anyway. You don't really have to worry about it beyond that. Hey, Kenzie, thanks for joining. 5 quick dabs. Welcome our new member, Kenzie. And I'm going to be doing this live stream for just another 15 minutes. So feel free to ask any questions you might have. 사마귀 좋아해요? That's such a random question. Do I like, what is it, grasshoppers, right? Funny enough, 사마귀 also is the word that means wart. And it's because, maybe it's kind of gross. If you don't want to hear something gross about warts, sometimes people will put grasshoppers on warts and they'll eat them. They'll like bite them to get rid of them. Random information. Anyway, do I like grasshoppers? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't like grasshoppers. They don't do anything to me. They just kind of hop around. So yeah. What's your favorite food in Korea? People ask me this. I have to say sundae every time. I have to say sundae. 15 minutes to make that $500. Yes, I said at the very beginning of my stream, if we get $500 donation, I'll climb all the way up to that golden Buddha statue. I probably wouldn't do it on stream because I don't even know how long that would take. But yeah, we'll figure it out if we get there. We're not gonna do that. Cheryl, thank you. 빌리 선생님, 오랜만이에요. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Wow, Cheryl, thank you. Now I have to do 10 more taps. If I donate you $50, will you bring me back a t-shirt? What kind of t-shirt do you want? That's my bro. I don't know if I should say. You want a t-shirt? I don't know what kind of t-shirt you want. I'm not giving you this shirt. Not this shirt. First, let me do 10 dabs for Cheryl. Hold on. Okay, Cheryl gets 10 dabs. Okay, I'm putting the microphone down so you're not going to hear me. Let me just tune this down a little bit. Okay. So embarrassing. So embarrassing, actually. Especially because I obviously don't look Korean, so more people would stare at me. Even if I didn't do dabs, people would be staring at me. What am I doing? Carla asks a good question. Since you are bilingual, do you think in both languages normally? I'm going to give you two answers to that. Yes, I do think in Korean. And the second answer is that's not a big deal. Everyone who can speak Korean at any sort of conversational level is thinking in Korean while they are speaking. That doesn't mean they're going to be thinking fully complex in Korean, but it means they block their English thinking and only use what they can in Korean when they're thinking. And that's not only fluent speakers, that's anybody who can have any sort of conversation. Even if you're a beginner, but you're having Korean conversations, like basic conversations, you're not going to be thinking in English while Korean is coming out of your mouth. And then through practice though, you'll get better. And I'll actually make a video in the future with tips for how to get better at thinking in Korean while you're speaking. There's, some tips for how you can do it, how the process works like that. But yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. It just sounds really cool. But when you get there, you'll say, oh, of course, it makes sense. Oh, and welcome to our new member, Ralphie. Ralphie. Thank you, Ralphie, and welcome. Let's give a good welcome to our new member. Okay, do you have dreams in Korean? I actually don't very much. I don't remember my dreams too much, except from right before I wake up. I know I have had dreams in Korean. It's just not that often. Because I am still non-Korean. My most comfortable language, my best language is and always will be English, being from America. So if I had a Korean dream, it would be something like if I was really thinking about meeting someone that day that was Korean, or if I was, if I had spoken Korean the whole day from morning to night, then I might have a dream in Korean. Other than that, Tanya. Okay, 10 more dabs for Tanya. But first, let me ask you your question. How many sets of that shirt and hat? I actually have, this is the only one of this hat I have, but I have several others. I have about 8 similar ones as this, in addition to this one, 8 more, very similar to this. And hat and shirts. This is also a unique one. I don't have any more of this exact one, but I do have about 5 other ones which are all very similar to the same design, just slightly different. Like this one's pre-rolled, whereas my other ones I have to roll it up. This one already is like this. It doesn't unroll. And where did I buy them? Right now, you can't buy them anymore because they're all items the company no longer makes, but they are Korean. So I bought them in Korea. Okay, let me give 10 dabs for Tanya. David says, what's up with the dabbing? It's so awkward. Well, if you think it's awkward, just don't donate and I won't do any dabs. And gaming with Charlie asks, oh, let me just check this and then I'll do Tanya's dabs because I'll add these. So I'll do 12 dabs now. Can you write or at least read Hanja? Yes, what you wrote actually is the Chinese simplified version, the Mandarin simplified version of Hanja. Korean uses the traditional, so the same that something like other countries would do traditional Chinese characters, not the simplified version. But yes, basic Hanja is fine, and most Koreans know basic stuff. Okay, now let's do 12 dabs. Let's do 12 dabs, and then Grace donates another $8. Okay, now we're back up to 20 dabs. No dab necessary. I'm sorry, Grace. I have to do dabs. Just want to say thank you. Very new at learning Korean. Your YouTube channel has given me something to do. Thank you. That's very nice to say, Grace. And let's add everything together. So we have 20 dabs. Let me do 20 dabs, and I'll be right back. We have 212 people here. I hope the 212 people are still here after I finish these 20 super embarrassing dabs. So embarrassing. How did you know I was saying shoo every time? How did you know that? Someone said they thought I was using a green screen. No, this is real. I'm really here right now. That lady was looking. Oh no, I didn't know if she was looking at me or not. I saw her walking by. Just 10 more minutes of streaming, everyone. Just letting you know, 10 more minutes. And I got another donation. BACN cake. Like it's like misspelled pancake. What's your favorite Korean word? Mine is part, and my daughter is banana. My favorite Korean word. I guess I'd probably just say hol. Hol is like a slang expression that just means like wow or oh. It's like a sarcastic expression like oh my goodness, wow, that you do when you're sarcastically surprised. Hol. That might be my favorite Korean word. Let me do five quick dabs for BAC and cake. Wait, did I get another one? Rub. I don't know how much is Ruby. How much Ruby Young Lord said, okay, I think I deserve one. How much? Okay, $1.30, thank you. I was like, not 100 dabs. I was like, I just go home. 100 dabs, I'm like, I'm just going home. Okay, here's one dab for you too. Thank you. Yeah, that's the loophole, is to donate in another currency. You should try like Zimbabwe dollars. Donate like 3 trillion. That would be like someone who doesn't like me would donate like 3 trillion some other currency to me, and then yeah, my arms fall off from dabbing. Okay, I thought 100 dabs. What is your camera sitting on? Good question. It's on a tripod. I actually can't really show you this. Let's see. Can you see it? You can see one of the tripod's legs. That's all you can see. It's on a tripod. But I also brought a selfie stick in case it was raining too much. But it looks like the rain has now mostly stopped. Okay, another question. Where am I? I am at Suwon, Haengung. So you can search up Haengung on the internet, or just search Suwon Palace. You'll probably find that there'll be other places you can find, but you'll find a picture that looks kind of like this. And the only reason there are not very many people here, the only reason it's not crowded, is because I'm here in the morning and it is rainy weather. So I think most people wouldn't come here just to relax today because of the weather. I think it's Zimbabwe dollar. Yeah, I think I remember hearing like, I think they changed it. They fixed it now, but I remember hearing like inflation was so bad that they had like, large amounts of money that became worthless or something like that. I don't remember the information about it. Chonei Insheng, Life of John. I've been there, Suwon and the palace, and it was so fun. Yeah, I really like hanging around here. I think there's just kind of like a nice atmosphere to being in Suwon because it's a tourist place, but it's not as crazy busy as other tourist places that you can go to in Seoul. Like if you want to visit like Gyeongbokgung, like Gyeongbok Palace in Seoul, then it's going to be filled with other people. You're not going to have time for yourself. But if you visit a lot of places in Suwon, especially on like weekdays in the morning like this, you kind of have the place to yourself. You feel like you're really enjoying it. It's like going for like a morning jog by yourself. So it's nice in that regard. You don't have to worry. You don't have to compete with other people to take pictures or look around and stuff like that. There's not very many people. Someone said, Renuka says, show us Korea. Okay. There, that's Korea. You happy? Well, here's Korea too. We're all in Korea. Everywhere is Korea. I can show you the sky and it's Korea technically. I didn't realize the temple was sponsored by Pepsi. Yeah, I guess they were here first, so Coke tried to come in, but it was already too late. Hey, Brandon Ben, welcome to our new member, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Oh my goodness. Okay, just 5 minutes or so more, and then we'll stop for the stream for today. I'm having a fun time. I really appreciate everyone coming. This is my third and last stream for this summer from Korea. But I already have in my calendar when I come back, I want to say like the second to last Sunday in August, or maybe the third Sunday in August. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. It's going to be like the middle of August. I'm going to start doing the regular live streams again from the US with the, with the green screen. I'll start doing the full lessons for Korean as soon as I get back. So, oh, Raymond. Hey, another new member. Thank you, Raymond. Welcome. Everyone say 5 dabs and welcome. Everyone say welcome to our new member, Raymond. Thank you. And yes, thank you again for the Discord link, Nikki, if you'd like to join. Members also get special benefits in the Discord. You get a special color for your name. You have access to the members channel. And overall, though, you just get to support my channel. It helps me because I spend a lot of money. I spent a lot of money to come to Korea this year. I also spend a lot of money to make videos because I truly like doing it. So your support actually does directly help me. I'm the only person that does this, directly helps me to do all of the stuff that I'm doing on my channel, as well as, off the channel, my books and all that stuff. H. Macpherson says, how do you become a member? If there should be a button that says join. If you don't have it, I know some countries don't have that yet. You don't have a team. Nope, no team. It's all me. Some people ask, how many people do I have working for me? No, it's all me. If you get an email from me, it's me. If you join the channel and I'm chatting with you, it's me. It's all me. So it's always been me. Bond, it's always been me. I don't know what the quote was, something like that. Oh my goodness, Brandon. 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 Wow, Brandon, 50. Okay, oh, and Raymond adds on to that. 5. Okay, I'll combine them together. We'll do 55. Let me just check really quick here what Raymond says. Suwon 갈비. Okay, 극한 직업. Yeah. The movie. Suwon, I think you mean, if you just mean 갈비, I'm not sure the best place because every place is going to have 갈비. If you go to, you search Suwon 갈비. If you're looking for like the wangalbi chicken, like the 갈비 flavored chicken that they have in Suwon, that you want to go to 통닭거리. So you can search Suwon Chicken Street. And there are several places there. They all have it. And it's going to be similar there wherever you go. So yeah, thank you both of you, Raymond as well, especially for Brandon for that huge donation. Wow, 왕도네. Oh, as well as Amy Lynn. Welcome to our new member, Amy Lynn. Say hello to her. And let's make sure there's no other. Okay, Ocean Discovery. I was checking. I didn't want to miss another donation before I start my dabs. Ocean Discovery, thank you. 빌리 선생님 덕분에 저의 한국어 실력이 좀 늘었. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Are you serious? Ocean, did you write that? Ocean, okay, wait, stop for a second. Ocean has been joining my live streams since I started, I think back in 2018. Wow, that's really good sentence. My Korean skill has gotten a bit better thanks to you, is what you wrote. Wow, perfect sentence. Thank you, Ocean. Okay, now we got 60 dabs to do. No, okay, I'm closing down the donations. We're doing 60 dabs. 60 dabs. Okay, we have 201 people. I hope we still have 201 people. Oh, we're already losing 197 people. We're not closing the channel yet. We're not closing the stream yet. We're still doing it. Okay. The guy on his bike is gone. The wolf man is nowhere to be seen. Okay, let's do 60 dabs here. Okay, here we go. 60 dabs. I'm not tired. I'm just laughing. I'm not tired. It's just, it's lightly it's kind of a workout, but it's not too bad. I'm just laughing because I'm looking around. Every time I look around, I'll see like one or two people like looking at me from the distance. Oh my goodness. Oh, and thank you so much for not leaving. We had 201 people before I started. Now we have 204. Thank you. I was worried everyone's going to leave. Eli Rimando asks, how much is bike rental? I actually made a video about bike renting last month. I filmed a video. I haven't uploaded it yet though. I have to edit it. It's very affordable. So I'm going to make a video about that, but you can consider it to be about $1 or so an hour. So it's definitely affordable if you want to rent a bike. For some areas like the Han River, they have bike rentals. Other places have other scooter renters, I can't pronounce that, scooter rentals, which are priced probably about the same. I haven't tried them, I'm just assuming. So yeah, if you don't want to walk around, you kind of want to ride, the mopeds or ride a bike around other places, you'll definitely be able to find those and do those as well. And the good thing is that the app even allows for foreign credit cards, so you don't have to have like a special credit card from Korea to do it, or special phone number in Korea. You can just do it from wherever. Wow, anyway, thank you again. That was really big donation there. Now there's more people coming in here, so I guess it's good that I finished my dab before people started coming in. Now I can see like there's a couple groups like walking in. Okay. I'll just do for 5 more minutes. I know I said I'll just do it for an hour. We'll go 5 more minutes since we had a big dab, so we need some more time there. I'm sensing a theme with all of my live streams. Anytime I see an older person walking around the area, there's like a 9 out of 10 chance that they're gonna walk right behind me. Not like in my camera, like that's understandable. Like directly, like within 3 feet of me. Yeah, we'll see him later, or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. He's gonna be riding his bike alongside my bus, following me back to my house. That was so staged. I know. Like you don't need to walk like 3 feet 3 feet right behind me. There's literally no one. There's no one else out here. This is just a giant place to walk around. You don't have to like walk right behind me. Yeah, it's a little sus. Ajoshis are sus. J1U asked, do you recommend variety shows? Or I recommend variety shows. The reason is because people speak realistically, for the most part. They speak clearly when they're in variety shows. And although it's scripted, it's only slightly scripted. Usually they don't have the whole thing scripted out. It'll be more of like an outline. So you get more realistic Korean than a drama where people will speak very fancy, not realistic. Although it's real Korean, you can learn a lot. It's not going to be how you're going to need to speak Korean in a regular situation visiting Korea. Yeah, I guess that's all I can say about it. 빌리쌤 더운데 건강 조심하세요. Thank you. Oh yeah, we gotta go in the palace. Okay, that's right. I said we're gonna go inside. Okay, I got a selfie stick that it doubles as a tripod, except it just fell down. So hopefully that won't happen while we're streaming. Well, I'm just switching tripods here. Okay, let me fold up my big tripod. This is the tripod, if you're wondering. This is what it looks like. Okay, let me fold this up. And actually, I don't trust this. It's too high. Okay, and let's go inside. I want to see if we can walk inside. We'll finish our stream by going inside the palace. First, let me just fold this up here. Okay, let's put that away. Give me just a minute to fold up my tripod. So yeah, feel free to ask any other questions. We're gonna go inside, see what that looks like inside. I just said inside twice. I said it different ways too. I said inside and then inside. Yes, I am in Suwon. There's Suwon specifically Hengung. You can search here. You'll see a picture that looks exactly like what you're seeing right now, except without me standing there. Changnokgung, banana bread. Oh, I thought you were saying something about banana bread. Oh, hey, Hope, Lojia, welcome to our new member. Can you do a whole video in Korean? Yes, I can. And I have. And you'll see several of them coming up. There are some videos on my channel where you can hear me just speaking Korean. But I also filmed several this year during collabs. So you can also watch that. Although if you want to hear me speaking Korean, I've done podcasts before. I've done collabs on other people's channels before where we only speak in Korean. So I'm just putting my tripod away. That's why I'm looking down. So it's not like it's hard to find or anything, but I will have some more, let's pull that out. I will have some more videos of me of just speaking only in Korean with light editing, not very much editing, so you can just hear me speak for practice. Coming up soon because I filmed several this year. Oh, as well as I know Korean Dream with Jay, we filmed a video also speaking all in Korean for her channel. I'm not sure when that'll be uploaded, but I know we did that. So whenever that's uploaded, make sure to check that out too. I filmed a video with her. Oops, I filmed a video with her as well. Mine though is keeps trying to fall. Mine though is mostly in English, the one that we filmed for my channel. Someone says collab with Felix from Stray Kids. That's a very good idea. I should do that. Many people are asking about celebrities. Like I said, no comment, but I just wanted to restate, no comment. So maybe, I don't know, maybe check my channel from like, I don't know, 4 months or so from now. But no comment. Okay, I think I got everything here. Okay, make sure this is good. Make sure we're good here. Okay, there we go. Now I got everything, not leaving anything. Okay, we can go inside. Let's go check out, see what this looks like. We're gonna try to see if we can go inside of there. Hold on, I don't want to, a couple people walking by, I don't want to film them. Just filming me here. It might be closed though today, so let's check. Okay, let me show you what it looks like, the sign here. Okay. You can see here, 화성 행궁 야간 개장. Okay, that's not real, that's the night thing. That's something else. Oh, okay. Because this is talking about some other thing that they're doing, which is for the ticket place. I don't think we need that because here, I don't think we're gonna be able to get in though. Yeah, because I can see it's open, but I don't think that it's allowed for people to go inside right now. Yeah, because normally we would we'd get a ticket right over there. But those are both closed. So I'll show you inside, but we're not gonna go inside. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like from here. You can see kind of inside. There's not really much to see from inside anyway. But yeah, you can see inside. Although I think that guy over there is working here. The guy just went inside, works here. So yeah, instead, okay, so I don't really think we should go inside because I can't even, the ticket counter itself doesn't even seem open. Actually, no, there is someone. No, let me ask. Okay, yeah, it says they're not operating on Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday. Okay. Just walk right in. No, you don't want to do that. Like you can kind of do that sort of stuff in a lot of places, but eventually someone will pull you out and say, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here," and it just creates work for them, so it's better not to. So we're just gonna walk around a little bit. Let's go. There's a let me show you here. There's this little street, kind of like a shopping area. Blow their minds with their mad skill. Well, they probably won't think that. They'll probably just think like, I mean, yeah, you speak Korean well, but you still can't go in. We're closed. Sometimes places will say they're closed, but the door's open, but you just shouldn't go in, you know. Okay. Suwon, oh, they have a Korean Cultural Foundation building, but you probably can't do anything there. They also have a souvenir shop. You buy souvenirs. Show you there. Right there, souvenir shop. Oh, actually, is that the souvenir shop? Well, you can see right there. Yeah. Okay. Let's walk around here. It's kind of pretty. Let me show you. Look at this. Like, this is the cool stuff you'll see in Korea. Okay, this is just a random alleyway. Like, just walking down the street. Look at this random alleyway. Check this out. I don't know if spooky is the word I'd use. I would say pretty. I think it's really cool. See, it's like, so this isn't like this isn't the place you're supposed to walk. It's just a random, like, little side alley. I'll see like the building design, like lots of cool artwork here. Someone said, why is there almost no people here? That's because today it's morning, it's raining, and the palace we were just at is actually closed. We don't look down random alleyways in Toronto. Yeah, that's probably good advice if you're living in any major city. Is just don't hang around random alleyways. But in Korea, you're gonna be fine. Most part, you're gonna be fine in Korea. That sort of thing is doesn't really happen very much in Korea. You're pretty safe. I think you just kind of see like the ambience here. Lots of like little cafes. We just passed like some cafes. They have some mandu. Really good mandu place here. I don't know if it's. And then looky here. It's like the street, just a random street. You know what? I have a feeling this street might lead to that giant gold Buddha statue we saw. Look at this. There it is. There it is. You can see it. There it is, right there. Okay, I'm going to the Buddha statue. I don't care. I didn't get $500 donation. Whatever. We're doing it. We're going to the Buddha. Feel free to ask any questions, but we're going to the Buddha. It's solved. Sorry. Well, unless we get there and it's like we have to do like this long, crazy hike. Oh, a Tesla. Nice. Move out of here. We have Tesla. These days, you can see a lot more those kind of cars in Korea, whereas I couldn't just 2 years ago when I was here. Never saw them. But this year, so many of them. Gianna, okay, waiting for a Buddha. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get to the Buddha though, because you can see there's no like clear road, but I was in Busan when I was in Korea for most of my time there. First time I went to Korea. And this sort of street, I'm very familiar with. So it'll look like a dead end, but actually there's going to be a staircase or something, some way to get around it. Even if you have to go through like a building, like a side of a building to get there. Yep, I'm right. Here we go. Let's go up. But like if you're a tourist and you just kind of look here, you'll think, oh, dead end, right? Oh, that's probably someone's house. I shouldn't go up there. But see, there's a dead end. But then you see, oh, there's a little walkway going up there. Let's check that out. Yep, and it goes through. This kind of design you won't find in any tourist places in Korea. So if you're visiting Korea, you will never have to deal with this stuff. But if you live in these sorts of areas, you kind of get used to it. That you'll just kind of recognize that, oh wow, this is a place. I was saying you'll just kind of get used to looking for the path. It's kind of a metaphor for life. You know, you see it, it's not going to work. It's a dead end. Nothing else I can do. You just keep doing it. Maybe it's a bad analogy. Okay, there's a problem, and you're like, I can't solve it. That's better. Can't solve it. It's too big of a problem. But you keep doing it. You keep working hard. And you get up there and you realize, oh, there is a way out. There's a staircase. Did you lost yourself in Korea? I'm just walking. I don't have any GPS or maps. Oh, wow. Look at it. There it is. I've never been here before. I have seen the statue before a lot. You hear that? Here we go. Oh, check it out. We found it. We did it. That Buddha statue that was really far away, here we are. All it took was walking up the stairs a little bit. Now, check that out. Oh, that's so cool. I'm not gonna film in here. I don't think it'd be very respectful to go filming, and this is the place where you can do like your prayers and stuff like that if you're Buddhist. I am not. Okay. Okay, let me show you what you do here. Okay. So this is something. Okay, Korean Dream with Jay. If I make a mistake, let me know. But this is something you'll commonly see in Korea if you go to like temples and stuff like that. What you do is, if you come to one of these places, some people will write hopes, wishes that they have on sticky notes, and they'll stick them up here. That's what they do here. Every place is different. Sometimes they'll write them on like little different sorts of paper. So these are just people's hopes. I'm not gonna. Some people wrote them in Chinese, it looks like. Most of them are in Korean. I'm not going to show you them, but one of them is like, I hope everything goes really well, please. Help everything to go well. I hope my business goes well. I hope my family can all be happy. Hope we can be closer as a family. That's what one of the, I was just reading one of them really quick. Just that one right there. But I'm not going to read the others. Okay, so if you come to one of these places, this is something that you, I don't know if there's any video on, but here I'm going to show you right now what you do. So these are incense. You can take one. You don't take it, but there's a match. I don't know where's the match box. Not sure where I'm supposed to strike it. Here, I'll just use, there's a lighter actually. And of course it doesn't work. So where do I strike this? That's the good question. Can I strike it on here? Nope. Nope. Okay, that's not going to work. I don't know where I'm supposed to strike this though. That's the question. I don't have a lighter because I don't smoke. Gosh. I wanted to strike the match, but I don't know how to light a match. Someone said blue box? Ah, blue. You know, you're right. Okay, this match I think was one of the duds. That's why I was in this pile. Okay, let's try a new one. There we go. There we go. Smart. Okay, obviously not me. I was like looking for. Okay, light one of these. It's not really lit very well. It's kind of lit, but sorry. Let's do it one more time. Okay, there we go. Let's just get this better. Hopefully you can all see. I think that's a little bit better this time. Yeah, I just wanted to see it like go red a little bit first. And then you put one in here. Kind of let it there. This is what you can do for if you're praying, if you're Buddhist, or even if you're not Buddhist, you just kind of do it. It's kind of cool. Yeah, the incense is quite stubborn. Strike it on your jean zipper. I'm not that cool. Okay. Yeah, and then so it'll just kind of smoke slowly. You can see it's just kind of it's already down a little bit more than when we started. It'll just kind of smoke throughout the day and become white. This one's very stubborn. I'll say normally the incense I'll do would be like these. These are another kind you can use also. It just depends what they have. I just picked one of those up. So yeah, we just clean up here a little bit. And one of the workers came. Oh yeah, I can write a wish. That's true. Oh, it's back here too. Okay, there's a worker. She's cleaning. I don't want to disturb her. So I think we can go back down. Let's check here. Okay, let's go back down then. That's kind of fun. Okay. So yeah, now you know what to do. If you see one of those, don't feel awkward. Don't be like, oh, I don't know if it's not mine. I shouldn't take it. I shouldn't use it. It's there for people to use it. It's just kind of like it's nice. I mean, like I said, I'm not religious, but it's kind of nice to go up to one of those. You put the incense in. You take a moment to pause, kind of relax for a bit, think about things, in your life, things you want. Yeah, it's just like a relaxing experience. So yeah, give it a try. And usually when you go to these sorts of places, they're not busy, like what you just saw. Like at most you might see like 2 other people there. It's not going to be like super busy. And so it's just kind of, yeah, place to go to relax. You get a nice little hike out of it. You can actually hear someone was doing the, like making the sounds, kind of like the meditating sounds from inside there when I was walking by. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I know where we're going to finish the live stream. We're going to go up here. What do you think? Should we go up here? Let's go up here. And no, we can't go up here. It's locked. Okay. I forget what I said. Forget what I said. That it was a glitch in the matrix. I see right here. Let me show you. I was like, oh, this looks perfect. Let's go right up here. And then it has, actually, it's not locked. It's not even closed. And there's no sign, okay? There's no sign saying don't enter. It's not closed. I think we're going to do it. Let's do it. If anyone says anything though, I'm going right back down. But it doesn't look like it's blocked off. Okay, obviously we're not going to play with the bell, but I'm going to show you what this looks like. If you've ever seen one of these bells, this is what they look like. I will not be ringing it, guys, so don't ask. Wow. It is a real bell. This is not, no, that's why I said it was already open and there were no signs. If there was a sign, I would not have gone in, even if it was open. That's not what you want to do. Oh, there's a Mimi. Molly, thank you. I'm going to dab with one hand because I'm holding the camera with the other. Thank you, Molly. Hope you're having a great time in Korea, Billy. Thanks. Yes, I am having a great time in Bill. And I said great time in Billy? What? Great time in Korea, Billy. Thank you. I am. Okay. What's the ringer called? That's a good question. I actually don't know what it's called. The big bell, it could just be called a bell, chung. But I'm not sure what they would call this, even in English. Ah, okay, I see. Even if you wanted to ring it, they actually put a lock on it, which is smart. Because you don't want to have some high school kids running up here at 3 a.m. and turning this thing on. Any idea how old it is? I couldn't tell you, but I'm going to guess not that old. The thing is that these are actually still used. So it's not like they're just here for, what do I want to say? It's not like they're just here to look cool. They are actually used. So it doesn't have to necessarily be really old. It could have been made like 30 years ago. It doesn't really matter because they still use them. If it was a really old one, they probably would say you can't even ring it just because they'd worry about it breaking. Okay. Is that the bronze bell of King Songdong, just cast at 771 AD? I'm going to say no, just not even knowing what you're asking. If it were something famous, there would be a sign announcing what it was when we entered. What sound does it make? It makes a... We're not going to ring it. Also, we cannot ring it. I think this is good right here. Actually, no, you can't see the bell here. Okay. This was fun. I had a lot of fun. A lot of people came today. Someone's asking when my next live will be. I'm thinking the middle of August. It'll be on a Sunday. So look at the calendar whenever the middle of August is. And the first Sunday that comes after the middle of August, I'll probably do a live stream that day. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, hopefully this gives you kind of a taste of, real Korea. JC, you're right. Hey, JC, thanks. That's nice. I have to go eat something after this anyway. It's lunchtime. Oh my goodness, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. I didn't think we'd go more than an hour, but then we decided to check out the Buddha statue here, and it got extended. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'll give you 7 one-handed dabs. Thank you, JC. It's nice of you. Oh, and another donation from Carla Rickards. I just wanted to say thanks for sharing. You're like the best teacher ever, and you make the learning process so much easier and enjoyable. Thank you, Carla. I don't know if I'm the best teacher ever. Maybe the best Korean teacher. I'll take that. Best teacher, that's a different category. What's for lunch? That's a good question. Maybe there's a Suwon Kalbi restaurant around here. Yeah, so everyone, thank you for coming. I could keep streaming, but I want to, short and sweet, not too long. That way someone can feasibly watch the rerun later when they get home if they're sleeping or when they wake up or whatever. Yeah, again, once more, thank you everyone for coming. This was a really fun stream. I like doing streaming no matter if I'm in Korea and the US. And please look forward to the streams that I'm going to be doing when I get back to the US again. There'll be regular lessons. But when I'm in Korea, I wanted to do some just kind of fun streams where we look around Korea and check some stuff out. There's a lot of stuff that gets missed in Korea, I think. When people visit Korea, you miss a lot of the things that really make Korea, Korea. And this is one of them, just like a little place over here. You know, nothing special. No one ever said you need to come up here. There's no signs pointing there. Yeah, so see you again. I'm going to be going back to the US next weekend. So next time I see you, we'll be in the US. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.